with my OBS Studio. I wasn't getting a feed from the chat room, so I did a quick restart, and it looks like the chat room is up and running. So sorry about that. So once again, we're jumping into this 4.5 skull, 2 against 1 ambush against the clans. Let's see what we have going for us.
Interface initiated.
All right, so this is it. This might not be the worst map for us. So what we need to do is we need to let the enemy come to us because we have the long-range firepower of the Gauss rifle. So I'm going to try to maneuver to as open a space as possible so we can get those Gauss shots in. So it looks like we're up against an Emperor and a... Oh no, we got some nasty firepower coming at us here. We have a Devastator and an Emperor.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Right, so... Okay, so if I go here, we'll get our first shots in. Now, this is kind of an interesting dilemma. Do I go after the Emperor, which has less armor but can do more damage to me? Or do I go after the Annihilator? The Annihilator has AC 10s. I would argue that the Emperor has a longer reach with its weapons, but they're both short-range builds. So, alright. So, it's probably going to come down to hit percent chances here. Better hit chance on the Annihilator. So, we're going to do a precision strike on the Annihilator. We're going to go for the head. And hope we get lucky here.
Let's see if I'm sober enough to find
Oh, right off the bat, we got hits on the Devastator. Or the Annihilator, sorry. Alright. Now this becomes a real simple mission, actually. The fact that we got a headshot in on that Annihilator with the first Gauss shot, actually. Pretty impressive.
I can see why people enjoy this line of work.
And you could say pretty lucky, too. Because this ambush just became an ambush in the other direction, if you know what I mean. I mean, this Emperor doesn't really have a chance
What do you want?
against us.
All right, let's get down to it.
Yeah, especially with our morale being so high, we can just take these headshots at will.
Let's see if I'm sober enough to line this up.
Ooh, that was a horrible
I
round.
can see why people enjoy this.
That was a horrible, horrible attack there.
I just dropped my coffee and I'm fucking angry. I'm on the clock.
I can't believe we missed so badly on that last round, even with precision strikes. Alright, let's do it again. We didn't even hit him at all with that quad Gauss salvo. Alright, let's try again. Headshots.
Let's see if I'm sober enough to line this up.
There we go. I love this Madar.
I'm legally obligated to inform you on paper
Having
kill.
a level 10 pilot with a ballistic computer plus 4 Gauss shots is pretty nasty. I was actually nervous, especially when I saw the Annihilator pop up as one of our enemies there, but that was no problem at all. Alright, we lost some money. No problem. We got no damage. Just a little armor damage. Oh, and look at all these parts. Wow. Alright, let's see what we can get. Obviously, we're going to take the Annihilator. We got the Annihilator and XL engine. A nice core. Not bad. Not bad for a 5-minute mission, let me tell you. Alright, glad we got our chat room sorted out. People should be filtering in. right, we're starting out with a follow. That's always a nice start. Who'd that follow come from? Waiting for a notification on that follow. Let's check our inlay here. Huh. Not getting information. There we go. Grizzer Liz has followed. Grizzer Liz, thank you for the follow. We really appreciate that here on the channel. Just to give everybody a reminder, we do have a giveaway. So if you follow us, you're entered into the giveaway every month. So thank you for that. We really appreciate it. And let's go to... right. I think we're good to go. Let's take a mission now that we had that successful ambush mission. So we've got a 4-skull recovery, and then we've got a couple really nasty 4.5 skull missions. So let's start out with the recovery mission. Usually we get 2 or 3 missions in. The fact that we got a ambush in, that's just like a bonus. So I got some cool new mechs to play around with. So we are slowly developing our clan capabilities. So we got a gorgeous Warhawk. So we're definitely going to be taking that. Now I've got another mech that I definitely am interested in playing around with. So I got a Night Gear H. Now the Night Gear H comes with a Ultra Cannon 10 and a Gauss rifle. So what I did is I dropped a laser, a pulse laser, and that allowed me to change this into a dual Gauss, 1 heavy laser build. Pretty nasty for 75 tons. So I want to take that out for a test ride as well. Let's see, our Warhawk has to have an energy build, so we'll take Cold Fire here. Hope everybody's having a good morning. I wish I had another... Ballistic Master. I have my, well, you know, I mean, all of my pilots are level 10 here, so we'll put Harmony in the Night Gear. It doesn't really matter too much. So we'll just put Harmony in the Night Gear. This is the H model, which is a sniper build. We're still going to take our B, which is our missile boat. That is for sure. So we'll put Bloody Doves in there as a missile master. We got to take the Timberwolf because I love me some Timberwolf. So then we have a Scarecrow and our... Oh, wait, the D is the one with the missiles. What? Sorry, everybody. So what does this Night Gear have? Oh, this Night Gear... Oh, I'm not a fan of this Night Gear. It does have 1 Gauss rifle, but it's got an AC2, so it's a fire support mech. You know, we'll take it for a drive. We'll take it for a drive. We'll see what happens there. Again, I wish I had another pilot for this. You know what? We'll put Floppy in there. We'll put Bloody Doves in the missile in the Timberwolf because it has ATMs on it. All right. We're going to take our Wraith out of storage because we need a scout. And we'll put, who can we put in here? I guess we could put Sandman in here. A lot of our tactical support pilots are out at the moment. So we'll do that. And let's see, for Stormcrow, the Stormcrow we'll put in Repo here. All right, I think that is a good lance for a 4-star mission. Yeah, I think that's a good build. I could go lighter on this mission, be honest with you. This might be a little heavy from a firepower standpoint, but I'm always suspicious. Number one, recovery missions, they usually send a ton of mechs at you with the idea that they're trying to force you to make a snatch and grab. So we should have plenty of opportunities for salvage, lots of enemy mechs. And anything over 4 with the clans, I would rather take too much firepower than too little. So let's do that, especially since we're testing out both of these night gears, which are fire support. So the Warhawk and the Madar are going to be our big tankers for the mission, along with the Timberwolf. So let's get into it. Alright, want to remind everybody to get involved in the chat room. Please join us in the chat room if you have any questions about Battletech Advanced, Battletech the game, Battletech lore, Battletech books. I think I'm fairly proficient in all of those items. I have about 4,000 hours. That's right, 4,000 hours in Battletech. Outside of Twitch, I don't like to admit how many hours I have in Battletech because it's usually a source of shock. But I do have 4,000 hours in this game and growing. Don't plan on stopping anytime soon. So if you have any questions about this game, this mod, Battletech in general, all those things are fair game. Also, anything else? You want to just say hello. You want to introduce yourself. You want to ask questions about streaming. If you just want to tell us the weather in your area, anything and everything that will get you involved in the chat room is welcome, except for politics. We like to leave our politics, whether it's inner sphere. Well, you know what? You could talk about inner sphere and clan politics, but terrestrial politics, especially United States politics, is definitely something we don't like to do on the channel, just for making this an inclusive environment. So let's begin this mission.
Command interface initiated.
All right, so we're being dropped off right next to the recovery point. So that means we're going to be facing some fire right off the drop. All right, not a bad place. There are worse places to get dropped on this map. And the evac zone is over there. All right.
Time to get dirty.
I'm hoping we're not going to be doing any evacing
Commander?
here. All right, let's push up with our Stormcrow. This little patch here is a really good place to
Copy
build
that,
up
Commander.
a line of attack. Let's see. So we got a Medusa, a Warhawk, and a Sunspider. This is some really good salvage. Now the challenge is, since we just got dropped off of the Leopard, our hit percentage the first round is lousy. So we'll take a rear shot at this Medusa.
Firing on rear arc.
Looks like two of our missiles hit. Not exactly a really big game changer. One of the bad things of being dropped so close to the enemy here is the first round, basically the enemy gets a free shot at you because your accuracy is so low after your drop.
Yeah.
Even with good pilots, it doesn't really matter. You're given a significant
Understood.
debuff whenever you drop. Alright, now this will help. We're not in range to get a tag. Okay, we can actually get a tag on this Medusa here. And yeah, that's the only one we can get a tag on. So the question is, should we take the higher hit percent on the Sunspider, or should we take the lower hit percent here, but we can get a tag to support the Lance? So logic is, this is our scout anyways, so we actually want to take the shot that hopefully gets us a tag on the enemy here to help the rest of our Lance. Didn't work out that way. unfortunately.
Targeting systems.
Plus that Medusa's also in a spore cloud, which means we get double the damage. But doesn't matter. We did not hit at all. So maybe the Sun Spider might have been a better shot. You know, you have to think about what your mech is doing within the Lance and make your own decisions. Let's push up our Timberwolf here. Timberwolf has a chance to get some hard hits in on the rear of this Warhawk. So what we're going to do is we're going to do Battlelord. Even though the hit percentages are low, this gets it to a 50-50 almost, especially with our tag, which we should hit, which will help the rest of our Lance. And this Warhawk is definitely a mech we want to try to knock out of this fight early. It is really good salvage though, so it's kind of a catch-22, but if I'm the mech commander on the scene, I want to take that guy out as quick as we can. Alright, can someone say hello in the chat room? I'd really appreciate it. My overlay was not working correctly earlier and I did a restart. I just want to make sure that you guys aren't chatting with me and I'm missing it because of a system issue. Right, this is our Night Gear H. We just put this together. It's a dual Gauss. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do Battlelord again. Hey, Gorkamus, thank you for thank you for saying hello in the chat room, just like I asked you. I just wanted to make sure that our chat was working correctly. How are you doing today? Thank you for joining us. Alright, so our hit percent chances are not the best here, but we're going to take the shot on the Warhawk here.
Heat be damned, I'm firing everything.
Maybe we'll hit on one of these Gosses. Okay, we hit on one of the Gosses. Hey, Skewed One, thank you for joining us. Shamsuki, thank you for joining us. Really appreciate that. I'm doing great, Gorkamus, as always. I'm actually in the process of moving. I move next Wednesday. So 90% of my house is in boxes. It's never a fun time when your house is almost always boxes. But I'm really excited that we're going to be moving into a new house, and even more excited that I can stop living in a mound of boxes, which is what I've been doing for the last 2 weeks. We will have a slight change to our programming next week. I will not be able to stream Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm hoping I can get a sub to stream in my place, so I'm working on that right now, so we can keep up our streak of having, because I really do like the fact that every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern time we have a stream going for Battletech. It's really good for consistency. I want to thank everybody for joining us and remind you that if you follow our channel, you are entered into our Funko Pop giveaway. Each and every month we give away a Funko Pop. You can even choose the Funko Pop. So if it's on Amazon and it's less than $20, I will get you the Funko Pop of your choice. Or you can even just say, hey, you know, I feel like I need a Captain American Funko Pop. Pick one out for me. And I'll pick one out for you. So, or if you want Dragon Ball Z, or if you want, I don't know, Fallout, anything that's available on Amazon, I will get it for you. All right, so that's enough shilling. Let's keep working on this Warhawk.
Let's see how you like this.
All right, got some AC2 shots into that Warhawk. That Warhawk is really nice salvage. I would love to get a headshot on it, so I'm trying not to do too much damage to it. Warhawks are one of my
Commander, they're starting
favorite
to smack me
mechs
around pretty hard.
in
And
the 85-ton bracket. So, all right, let's actually push the Warhawk out this way. It's got the armor to deal with it, and I want to start maybe doing some flanking here. So, all right, I don't want to beat up the Warhawk too much because I'm trying to save a headshot for it. So let's put some fire into this Sun Spider here. Might get some splash damage on the Warhawk too. Let's see. Yep. All right, so we actually hit on all 4.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
All right, here is our
All right.
heavy hitter, our 110-ton Madar Quad Goss. Love this thing. Again, I want to save the Warhawk for a headshot, so let's just go after the Sun Spider here.
Let's see if I'm sober enough to line this up.
Oh, again, we got some splash damage on the Warhawk, but we did some good hits on the Sun Spider there. The Sun Spider's good salvage too, don't get me wrong. But I really love Warhawks. I remember I had a playthrough, I want to say it was about a year ago, where I did a clan start, and I think I ended up with like 10 Warhawks in my mech bay. I really love Warhawks. All right, so let's take our lighter mechs and start doing some flanking here.
Gotcha.
The Stormcrow has really good evasion for its tonnage and a lot of firepower. So let's move in here. And it's a short range build, so our best shot is gonna be, let's just hit this Medusa. I'm really just trying to flank here, keep the enemy distracted on its toes. How's everybody else doing with BattleTech Advanced? Are you enjoying it? Do you have any questions? There was some significant updates on this mod yesterday. I watched the stream for the developer. We're going to have an update in about 2 weeks, roughly, give or take. And there's going to be significant updates. There's going to be a complete change to the gunnery system, especially with regard to precision strikes. We've already talked about that on my stream. That was something I did know about. But the big news is they are going to be adding battle armor to this mod. So, you know, clan, toad armor. There's also going to be inner sphere battle armor as well that are going to both be adversarial, and you can either buy them in the stores, or you can capture parts and put together your own battle armor. So that's a nice addition to this, combined with the fact that they're changing the gunnery, how gunnery works. That's going to be the time that we do a fresh start in our playthrough here. Hi, Authority. Thank you for joining us. All right. Let's see. Wraith, what are we doing here? Let's actually just get a tag on this Warhawk.
Acknowledged.
Trying not to do too much damage here because I'm trying to save the Warhawk for a head hit. So next time I have a precision strike available, I'm going for the Warhawk. All right, we got a linebacker coming down. Again, all these other mechs are nice, but that Warhawk looks like it's the big prize here as far as salvage. Another thing to mention, if you're playing the latest... Gorkus, I'll explain battle armor in a second. If you're playing the latest version of this game, you might feel like your mechs are moving a little too fast, especially your heavies and assaults. That is correct. So there is a minor glitch that is causing mechs to get one extra movement than they normally would, especially heavies and assaults. That is also going to be fixed in the update that's coming up. So just in case you were wondering about that and saying, hey, my Atlas feels very fast these days, that's why. So that will be fixed in the next update as well. So battle armor is, if you know the lore, Gorkamus, there has always been armored infantry in the BattleTech's battle space. The most famous is clan battle armor, where they literally have infantry in armor and they come after you. in many unique ways. So that's what battle armor is. It's basically infantry in armor. And they can do a number of cool things. For example, they're really good with melee. They're really hard to hit because they're small targets. And they can do significant damage if you use them correctly. Elementals, which are the clan version of battle armor, are probably the most famous. But most of the Inner Sphere developed their own battle armor, especially after they started fighting the clans. So that's what we mean by battle armor. All right, let's keep hitting the Sun Spider here. Hopefully we can get a hit on that leg. That would be nice. Okay, good hits on the Sun Spider. So that's Gorkamis. That is what battle armor is. So it's basically infantry in armor doing lots of sneaky things to you. So it's actually a really cool addition to this mod. Battle armor has been a thing in other mods. So it's a third type of unit, mech tank infantry. Yeah, basically it is infantry with some armor, and they usually have much lighter weapons. So for example, you could have a elemental that has a couple flamers and a heavy large laser, for example, and that's the weapon suite that it has, just to give you an example. All right, let's keep hitting this Sun Spider.
Heat be damned, I'm firing everything.
Oh, horrible miss there. Horrible miss.
Well, I was about to hit that guy, but then the universe decided
Standing by.
Harmony, we have to talk about your gunnery skills next time we have a Mech Warrior conference. That was not a good showing at all. All right, let's see. All right, so we can go after the Warhawk, but I want to save that for a headshot. So let's keep going after the Sun Spider here.
Firing all weapons.
So battle armor has been around in mods, most importantly Rogue Tech, for quite some time. And there are different skills and strategies that you use with battle armor. For example, they're very hard to detect, so they're really good for ambushes. They're really evasive, but their firepower is a little limited. So it's all kind of like using a light mech that has stealth armor, if you understand what I'm saying. That's probably the closest equivalent. So, all right, let's keep pushing the Warhawk out to the right. He's tough enough to be out on his own. And let's keep hammering this Sun Spider.
Special delivery.
If you watch me play before, you know I like to pick one enemy and take them out of the fight as quickly as possible, because that just really turns things in your advantage. All right, here we go. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Our Madar with quad Gosses has this Warhawk in its sights. It's overheated. I can't think of a better scenario. Let's see. I think I can actually slightly increase my hit chances with a precision strike. So let's go for the head here.
I'm sober enough to line this up.
There we go.
I'm legally obligated to inform
There's a nice headshot on that Warhawk. 5 salvageable parts.
enjoying this line of work.
I will take that all day. I will take that all day. Doesn't look like we're going to have any more enemy mechs. There could be some reinforcements.
Waiting for orders.
We'll see. All right, so we're gonna... I'm actually gonna push up with the Stormcrow. This is a little risky because the Stormcrow is a little light on armor compared to some of these enemies, but I really want to get in here close and see if we can knock off this Sun Spider. Definitely going to take out its leg there. Oh, there goes the Sun Spider. So does anybody else have any questions about the new announcement of battle armor being added to BTA in about 2 weeks? This is one of the reasons I love this mod, is because they're constantly updating and upgrading it. It's unheard of to have a mod that's updated as much as BattleTech is. Pretty much every 2 weeks, or at the longest every month, you get a substantial update to this mod. That's one of the reasons I really love this game. Alright, let's push up with the Wraith and capture the objective. Alright, so we've got a linebacker, Medusa, and a Timberwolf. Where did this Timberwolf come from? Alright, this Timberwolf is also going to be a mech that I'm going to try to engage in a headshot because that's some really good salvage. So let's go ahead and go after the Medusa here. Now keep in mind that my Madar, which I'm using for headshots, does have a battle computer. So I will be able to do headshots with that configuration when we do the update on gunnery, which is coming out in 2 weeks. So I'm not doing precision strikes except on mechs that have battle computers, because that's what we're going to have once they update the gunnery. So I'm trying to play to train myself for the new upgrade on this mod, if that makes sense. So precision strikes are something that were way overdone in the original version of this game. In BattleTech lore, killing an enemy with a headshot should be a rare thing. It should happen only occasionally, and it's as much luck as anything else. So we're trying to get the game, or I shouldn't say we, the developers are trying to get this mod closer to lore. All the time they're trying to figure out how can we make this more realistic. There are some mods out there like Rogue Tech, for example.
What do you
they're
need,
cool.
Commander?
They stuff a bunch of things into their mod, but a
On the
lot
way,
of it
nice and
is
slow.
kind of gray areas whether it's really BattleTech or not. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's finish off this Medusa. Alright. Any other questions of the pending update? I'm really excited about,
Heat be damned, I'm firing up.
especially the changes in gunnery is going to make this game even more difficult.
Commander?
You're going to have to make some tough decisions about what you do with
On
your
my way.
gunnery with the update. Alright, let's keep finishing off, hopefully finish off this Medusa here. There we go.
Target eliminated.
Leo2697, thank you for the follow. You are included in our next Funko
hear
Pop
ya.
giveaway, along with everybody else who gives us a follow. Alright, let's keep pushing up with our Warhawk. They're ignoring it, which surprises me because I would be all over this Warhawk if I was the enemy. Alright. Not the best hit percent chances here, but we can get in some shots with our on this linebacker. Alright, we hit on 2 out of 3. That's not too bad.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Alright, here we go. Here's our headshot master. So we want to go after this Timberwolf. Alright, again, this Madar has 4 Gauss rifles and a battle computer. Still, the hit percent chance is really low here. Even if I go for the head, it's about 13%. But hey, we've got 4 chances at 13%, so let's take the chances. Alright, looks like we only hit on 1 of those shots. Alright, Stormcrow. Alright, let's keep flanking with the Stormcrow. That's been working pretty well for him. Alright, again, we'll go after the linebacker here.
No target.
In a real battle, I would be taking out the Timberwolf first. But the truth of the matter is, I want that Timberwolf salvage, so I'm making a command decision that we're gonna go after the linebacker first. I don't really care about salvage on a linebacker, but I want that Timberwolf salvage.
What do you need?
Alright, Wraith, you're also gonna flank. I mean, technically, we should have this Wraith running for the evac zone.
Roger.
Because he has the objective, but we're in a good place here. So let's just keep going after this linebacker. We may have brought too much firepower to this mission, but I'd rather have too much than too little against the clans. So it is what it is here. All right, Wraith is still staying evasive. We're going to come out of this mission, I hope, without losing a mech, which would be nice. All right, our Timberwolf is a little unstable here, so let's pull it back, get it into cover so it can get bulwark. And we'll keep taking some shots at this linebacker since it's in a storm cloud. Nice hits there. Nice solid hits there.
What do you need, Commander?
How's it going out there, Skewed One? Are you still on the stream? Alright, yeah, let's keep working on this linebacker. That's the heavy large laser and dual Gauss build. I actually like that build quite a lot. I have to be careful with these night gears because they're very thin on armor. So we want to be very careful not to push them up too much. These are fire support mechs. They are not brawlers.
Firing full complement on enemy.
But they do their job pretty well.
Target's taking
That linebacker
a
ticks
hit.
ahead. Still. No problem, Skewed One. We're always happy to have you on the stream.
I just dropped my coffee.
How are things in the lab? Are you still seeing more and more testing right now as we fight the COVID scourge?
Waiting on you, Commander.
As always, we appreciate what you do and what all of the people on the front lines against COVID are doing. You know, we are in the best of times and worst of times when it comes to COVID. I mean best of times because we're very close to getting some vaccines so we can get back to normal. But the worst of times is the fact that we're probably going to see more deaths and sickness over the next couple months than we've seen over the last 9 months. So it's always darkest before the dawn. That's what I try to tell people. I think we're on the verge of, you know, maybe in 6 to 9 months we can get back to normal lives.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
All right, here comes our Madar. All right, again, I think this Timberwolf must have some ECM built into it because our chances at precision strikes are way lower than they should be here. We only have a 50-50 shot of hitting this Timberwolf. But let's go for the headshots. Yes! Yes! Headshot on the Timberwolf.
Legally obligated
Nice.
to inform you I'm paid per kill.
Alright, so we got max salvage on the Timberwolf and max
Mission
salvage
successful.
on the Warhawk. So very nice. Nice, nice salvage here. Anytime you can add a heavy and an assault to your mech bay is always a plus. A Skewed One, I believe you were on Bloody Dev stream yesterday. Are you excited about having battle armor in BTA? I think it's going to be a nice addition. Alright, Madar, Warhawk, Night Gear. Everybody did fine on that mission. No repairs needed. No injuries. That mission went a little too smooth. Alright, let's work on our salvage. I love the Timberwolf. You know I do. Ooh, this is the ERPPC Timberwolf. This is actually my favorite Timberwolf. So as much as I love the Warhawk Prime, ooh, this is some tough choices here. I'm going to take the Timberwolf parts because the Timberwolf is a little less common than the Warhawk. And I love me some Timberwolf. So let's take the Timberwolf D, which is the dual PPC Timberwolf, which is actually one of my favorite Timberwolves. And then we'll see what else we get. All right, so we've got linebacker, Timberwolf, 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 and one Warhawk part. ER large lasers. We got some good components here as well. E-cooling +5. Ooh, that's nice. XL clan engine. Double heat sinks, double heat sinks. Can never get a clan double heatsink kit to save my life. Skewed One said, I'm pretty much only heard them talking about MechWarrior 5 coming to consoles before I had to leave and get ready. So, Skewed One, Bloody Dove announced yesterday that we're going to have battle armor added to this game in about 2 weeks. And we're also going to have the expected changes to gunnery that are going to impact precision strike. Those are also going to be all in the same drop. So the next update is going to be a very significant update with a whole bunch of changes. Also, he also confirmed that there is a slight glitch right now as far as mech speed. You're going to see that all of your mechs are actually moving a little faster than normal. That is a glitch that will be addressed at the next update. So if your Atlas feels like it's moving a little faster than it should, that's why. So just to give you some background there. All right, let's go to the mech bay. We got another Timberwolf to put together. Oh, I love this Timberwolf. The D is my favorite. I would say my favorite Timberwolf. All right, let's put this sucker together. I love Timberwolves. Logically, I should have taken the Warhawk parts, but I love having Timberwolves. And Timberwolves kind of fit the role that I need of being a flanker. This Timberwolf has 2 ERPPCs and 4 Streak SRM-6 launchers. This thing is a beast. Beast, beast, beast. Alright, so let's take a look at the new Timberwolf. So this is our Timberwolf D. This is the classic Timberwolf that you used to see in all the MechWarrior covers. And when anybody's talking clan invasion, this is the sucker right here. This is a monster. So let's take a look at this Timberwolf D real quick. Alright. So we've got the dual PPCs, XL engine, of course. Look at all these SRM streaks. This is an amazing amount of firepower in a 75-ton mech. Especially in the medium range, this thing is amazing. It also has really good speed. Look at this speed. Level 8 speed in a 75-ton mech. So this mech is also a great sniper and a great flanker because it can engage at all ranges. So that's why I chose this over the Warhawk. It was a tough choice, but I really love this configuration for the Timberwolf. No changes are needed right now because I think this is a very solid mech. I could probably... You know what? We're going to make one change. So there's one small change I'm going to make here. No, I can't do it. Oh, yes, I can, because this is an Omni mech. So we're going to take out that ER small laser because it really doesn't do a lot of good. And we're going to trade that out for a clan tag. So that my Timberwolf can also act as a scout and get us sensor locks on the enemy with its tag. So a small laser is not really going to help me because this thing has plenty of firepower. But a tag is going to help the rest of my lance. So let's do that. All right, I gotta adjust my weight. All right. I don't want to give up tonnage here, so I'm actually going to take off the SRMs, one of the SRM6s, and I'm going to switch that out with a SRM4. I'm giving up a little bit of firepower there in the medium range, but I can actually increase my armor here. So, actually, this thing's already maxed out on armor. Alright, so that gives me another half a ton to play with. So what else do I have? So we can actually add in... Yep, we can add in an ER medium laser. So we actually don't lose... Well, no, then we're over tonnage. Alright, so we're going to take off that ER medium laser. We need something that's a half a ton. Heavy small laser. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that build a lot. I like that build a lot. That was worth the small reduction in SRM firepower. So that'll take 1 day. That'll take 1 day, and we actually ended up basically with the same firepower. All right, so let's push this up because I want to take this Timberwolf out to play. All right, so the Timberwolf goes to the top of the list. Lots of clan mechs in the mech bay. We're going to have to start making some tough decisions about retiring some mechs. Oh, did I put the wrong SRM4 in there? Darn it. Did I do that? Alright, let's stop work. Thanks, IMG, for pointing that out. Let's just refit this Timberwolf here. Alright, so we're gonna take the alright, where's the clan SRM? We want the clan SRM 4. There we go. There we go. That's better. Alright, then we're going to put the tag on. Then we put on the heavy small laser. And then we actually have 1 ton left. So I think we'll go with a double heat sink. Because this thing is going to run hot. There we go. Alright, that helps a little bit. So we're not going to be able to fire all of these weapons at the same time. But this is still a lot of firepower for the tonnage. Wait. This mech has one or more weapons that require ammo. Oh, alright. That won't work, because I need streak. We need streak weapons. Otherwise, we're going to have to add ammo here. Alright, let's try this again. 3rd time's the charge. Charm. There we go. Now we're a ton overweight. Alright, so we'll take the... shoot. We'll take the heavy small laser. Let's see. We should also take this ammo out of the center torso while we're at it. SRM. Okay, so we're a ton overweight now. Do I want to lose a ton of armor? I'm going to do what IMG hates. We're going to take some armor out of the legs. It's the only way to do this. So this mech is going to have to stay evasive, which I tend to do with this build. There we go. I can live with that. All right, 17,000 for one day, but that's a small price to pay. IMG, did you hear the updates? The huge updates on Bloody Dove stream last night? What are your thoughts on those? I'm excited about them. What are your thoughts? You could take a little bit out of the legs. All right, thank you for the approval, IMG. IMG does not like the fact that I'm light in the legs. All right, Skewed One, thank you for joining us. So what do you think, IMG, about having battle armor in the stream? Or not the stream, in the mod. We will have battle armor in the stream, but I'm excited about battle armor being put into this mod. All right, so let's let our Timberwolf get repaired. All right. So now we have not one, but 2 Timberwolves available. Love it, love it, love it. I love the Timberwolf. Same to you, Skewed One. Talk to you later. Wish you could stay, but I understand that you need some rest. So hopefully we'll see you again soon. All right. All right. So we have 2 Timberwolves to play with now. Yeah. So IMG, in 2 weeks roughly, we're going to have an update that includes battle armor. It's going to be adversarial, so it's going to be ambushes that will come at you out of buildings or out of trees or something like that. And it's going to be something that you can collect parts out of, or you can purchase them in the stores. So you will have the ability to field battle armor. They do have it already in Rogue Tech. That's been around for a while. So the change in breaching shot, he only made mention about it. So I'm going to try to talk to you about what I think is going on with the gunnery right after we load this mission. So we're going to take this bug hunt mission. Might be the last mission for this stream. We'll see how things go here. So we have a bug hunt mission. Pretty straightforward. Always a good opportunity for salvage. So we've got our Madar, our Warhawk. Let's see. We're not going to take the Night Gear B, I don't think. So we're going to trade out the Night Gear B with our brand new Timberwolf D. I love the Timberwolf. Now the Timberwolf is an energy build for the most part, so we're going to put one of our energy pilots in that Timberwolf. So we're going to have the Madar, Warhawk, Night Gear, which is a sniper. We're going to have the Timberwolf, another Timberwolf, Stormcrow, and a Wraith for this assassinate mission. I'd love to have something that has a jump jet, but unfortunately, I mean the Timberwolves have jump jets, and the Stormcrow has jump jets too, so I think we'll be okay. All right, so IMG, the changes to the precision strike. based on my conversations with the developers, mainly Bloody Doves, this is the change. So everybody in the community kind of agrees that Precision Strike is too much of a overpowered ability. So in real BattleTech, you can't just take headshots, and it's almost impossible to take a leg shot on a mech if it's moving at full speed. So they're trying to make it realistic. So if you do Precision Strike, you'll still get an increase in the chance of a hit, but you're not going to be able to choose where the hit goes. So you can't go for the head, you can't go for the legs, or for the arms, for example. But if your pilot either gets a certain level of skill, or you add a battle computer to your mech, then you will be granted the ability to take a precision strike where you target the specific part of the mech. So instead of given precision strikes where you can hit anywhere that you want, just right out of the box, it's going to either be a skill or it's going to be a component that gives you the ability. I really like that change. It's very realistic. When that update comes out, I will be doing a fresh start so I can experience what it's like from the beginning of the game. That is the change that I was expecting last week when I was talking about doing a fresh start. Now that got pushed back, I'll be doing my fresh start once that mod drops. It's going to be in a couple weeks, which is great for me because I'm going to be moving next week. So I was really worried that I would miss it, but it looks like it's going to be right after my move, which is great for me. All right, so let's see. We got the terrorists, the assassination target, supporting enemy forces, and then we have ambushers. All right, the ambushers are much closer. So I think we should deal with the ambushers first here. All right, so let's do that. Let's see if we can get our sniper in a good position.
Let's get down to it.
I'd like to try to get these ambushers to come to me. That would be the best case scenario. Yeah, IMG, it's going to be very realistic. It's going to be a very realistic change,
Commander?
and so I'm excited about it. All right, let's push up our Warhawk.
On the way, nice and slow.
Oh wait, that was the night gear. All right, our Warhawk. Let's actually push the Warhawk this way so we can flank with the Warhawk. The Timberwolf D, which is the PPC Warhawk. Let's put that also in the flanking position. Let's see. Warhawk, let's see. Timberwolf. Timberwolf E. That's more of a brawler, so we'll put it here. I'm trying to set up an L ambush, which we used in the military all the time. Basically, you want to set up two elements that are perpendicular to each other, if you can see me on the screen, like this. And what that means is you can actually set up a pretty effective crossfire with the enemy. It's one of my favorite strategies in the military and also in BattleTech Advanced. If you could set up an L ambush, you can do a lot of damage to any enemy force. Especially if they're moving. If they're in cover, it's a little harder to do. But if an enemy force is moving towards you and you could set up an L ambush, it is pretty devastating. Alright, so let's push out the Warhawk this way. We're going to get our sniper in prime position here.
All right, let's get down to it.
He's going to get a slight buff because he's a little higher. Let's put our fire support night
On
gear
the way,
in there.
nice and slow.
Hail Pack Iyun, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that. Alright, let's push our Timberwolf D also towards the flank.
Move into position.
And the Timberwolf E, let's put right here.
Moving, Commander.
So what you can see is what I'm trying to do is set up a kill zone right in this area where we can get all the enemies sucked into. One of the biggest misconceptions people have about ambush mission or assassinate missions is they always feel like they have to move towards the enemy, and that's not true at all.
Moving to position.
All right, our Wraith didn't move the last turn. Now that I think about it, I'm not sure why. All right. So what we want to do here actually is to get the enemy to come to us.
Standing by.
So one of the things we can do with that is we can put some lighter units out here and try to give them a little carrot to chase. So
Copy that.
our Stormcrow is now on, should be on their sensors. Theoretically. So hopefully they'll think, oh, there's a Stormcrow, and we're trying to get them to get pulled into our kill zone. Just because you're in an assassinate mission doesn't mean you always have to move towards the enemy. And here, we'll actually move our Wraith also towards the enemy. I'm trying to suck them in to our ambush here. Yeah, these are relatively light units. So if we get them into our ambush, we should be able to take them out pretty quickly. So IMG, I'm really excited about these new updates that are going to happen in about 2 weeks. One of the things I love about this mod is things change on a constant basis. There's always updates, there's always upgrades to this mod. You know, some mods you get an update maybe twice a year, but with BattleTech Advanced we get updates pretty much every 2 weeks, or at worst every month. Alright, so we're going to target the Royal Griffin here. We're just trying to get the enemy to start coming towards our main force here. So we'll just take some shots, get them pissed off, and hopefully get them to follow us into the ambush here. That's what we're trying to do. Alright, better they shoot at those buildings than me, that's for sure.
What do you need, Commander?
Alright, night gear, you can go here.
On the way, nice and slow.
You're part of our sniper team up there. Alright, so they're basically chasing this Timberwolf. Yep, they don't like me hiding there.
Orders.
So, since they're so distracted by the Timberwolf, what we're going to do is we're going to push up here. And we can start forming the L ambush. So, we're going to move the Timberwolf up here, the D, which is my favorite Timberwolf. Alright, hit percentage is not the best. But we'll take the shot at the Griffin here.
Engaging.
Again, I'm not using precision strike as much as I could because I'm trying to play as if the new update is in place. So I could have done precision strike there and probably hit on both of those PPC shots, but that's not going to help me train for the new system. So I'm trying to focus on training for the new system. Alright, we'll also pull the Warhawk in. Let's put it under cover.
Pedal to the metal.
I'm trying to set up this ambush here.
on the clock. What do you want?
Alright, now one thing that could really help me with this ambush, and I realize this is probably a war crime, but you know what? We need clearer fields of fire, so let's make that happen. Alright, so let's clear out some of these buildings.
And for my next trick, a stunning display of ineptitude.
Alright, now we're going to have a much better field of view.
Boy, I should call my
For our
filter.
ambush
Looks like
here.
the market just opened up.
I have no problem taking out buildings if it's going to help our opportunities, especially against the clan. So, besides, I'm a real estate investor, and maybe I just invest in some real estate on this planet. Alright, so we're sucking in a lot of the enemy here, which is fine with me. Just because you're in an assassinate mission doesn't mean you have to be aggressive. So, until you actually start shooting at the assassination target,
I can see why people enjoy this.
there's no reason that you can't fight defensively and suck these guys into an ambush. So that's what we're kind of doing here. Alright, so let's be aggressive here with our Stormcrow. Just trying to keep the enemy in our kill box here. Alright, so let's hit the Griffin here. Might want to switch out these large pulses on the Stormcrow with just regular large laser or medium lasers, because I can't fire all those pulses. Alright, there goes another building. That'll help us.
They've got a lock on me. Yep.
Alright, we got our Wraith. We're actually going to do the same thing with our Wraith. Let's push the Wraith in. It's highly evasive. And we'll do some spam on this. Actually, I should probably do an active probe here. Yeah, we'll do an active probe. Oh, there's an enemy Timberwolf there. Timberwolves are much more common in this playthrough than I've seen in the past. Alright, they're taking the bait. They're going after the Stormcrow and the Wraith, which works out just fine for me. Because what we're going to start doing is we're going to pull the Stormcrow and the Wraith back, which will cause them to pull forward into my trap.
Ready, Commander.
Alright, same thing here with our Timberwolf. We're going to keep it evasive.
Bravo.
And we're going to try to pull it more towards our main force. Alright, and let's see. Let's just do some ATMs at that Griffin. Or that building. One way or the other.
Building trash.
I must have accidentally clicked on the building instead of the Griffin. There, but that works. We're setting up a clear field of fire for our sniper team anyways. So that's fine with me. Ooh, Ebon Jaguar also takes out another building. So all of a sudden, our snipers are going to have prime real estate for what they do best.
melting off.
And the Ebon Jaguar overheated. So that works out fine. Oh, here comes some more enemies. So more enemies are being drawn into this area, which is fine with me. I'm happy to get a lot of these supporting forces to move into my trap here. We're actually in a really good position to we've got a great kill zone that we've set up here.
What do you need, Commander?
All right. Speaking of the kill zone, let's start taking advantage of that. All right. Let's do Battle Lord here, and we'll just see if we can't finish off this Griffin.
Heat be damned, I'm firing everything.
Nice sniper hits there. Now our Night Gear does not have a battle computer, so that's why I'm not using precision strikes, because I'm trying to play this legit. Okay, that Timberwolf is actually moving in a really good spot for us. So that works for me.
I hate these guys.
Alright, so we have precision strike saved up,
Yep.
which we're going to be using momentarily. Alright, we're actually going to sprint our Timberwolf. What we're trying to do is get our Timberwolf in a flanking
On the
position.
move. Full speed.
Setting up the kill box. So let's go after the Royal Griffin again as we run by. Hey, Osordi. Hello to you. How are things going today?
I hear ya.
Alright, our Warhawk can actually keep moving in as part of the kill box. And let's see if we can put an end to this Griffin. Alright, we at least hit the leg on the Griffin.
Want some more?
Thank you there. Nice hit knocking down that Griffin. The Griffin's definitely the lowest value salvage on this map. Don't really care about that Griffin. Alright, there's more of the enemy moving in, which is exactly what we want. Hey, Osordi, I'm doing great. How can I not be doing great? I'm healthy, and I'm playing Battletech. So, those two things are going to mean I'm having a good day. Alright. And he keeps going after our rabbits here, which is fine. Our Wraith is going to have to move out of there next turn.
I'm on the clock. What do you
Alright,
want?
here we go. Here's the beauty of what we've set up. So our kill zone is in a great situation here. We have a battle computer on this Madar, so we're going to do precision strike. And we're going to go for the head on this Timberwolf.
Let's see if I'm sober enough to line this up.
Alright, didn't hit the head, but we got a head injury. So that Timberwolf is close to dying. So nice, 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 nice. Hey, Osordi, where did you have an attack? Where are you living again? Wow. Was that like a terrorist attack? Was it what happened in your? Oh, there was there a bank heist? An old school bank heist. That's kind of interesting. Hopefully everybody's okay. Oh, that Griffin knocked itself down. Alright. Alright, so we're going to pull back our Stormcrow. Remember, our Stormcrow is just the bait here. So we're going to pull the Stormcrow back. Trying to draw as many enemies as possible into this ambush. So, let's see if we can't just finish off this Royal Griffin. Don't really care about salvage on a Griffin. There we go.
Target down.
Target down.
I'm here.
Alright, we're going to do the same thing with the Wraith. We're pulling the Wraith back. Again, its main role here is to just draw the enemy in and give us some sensor locks. Alright, we got the Hellhound that's overheated. We've got the Ebon Jaguar that's overheated. Let's go after the Ebon Jaguar here.
Attacking from position.
Sad to hear about that, Oh Sortie. Hopefully everybody will be okay. You know, it's kind of interesting here in the United States how numb to the deaths that we've had due to COVID-19, speaking of tragedy. So right now in the United States, we're losing more people in 2 days than we lost in September 11th attacks, and yet it's kind of become accepted that people are just going to die with this COVID illness.
Moving, Commander.
I mean, it just strikes me as crazy that every 2 days we're losing as many people as we lost in 9/11. I find that very sad. All right, let's do Battlelord here. It's going to push up our heat just a little. So we'll turn off one of our ATMs.
Sending a message.
Hey, Asorti. So the United States, when you think of the United States right now, we're not very united when it comes to our response to COVID. So really, the United States is kind of like, with COVID, we're like a bunch of different countries, and each state is doing their own thing. So I live in California, and we are absolutely in a lockdown. We cannot only go outside if it's an emergency, or we need essentials. We also cannot go to restaurants, gather in large groups outside. Anything like that is not allowed right now. So pretty much California, which is the most populous state in the United States, is practically on lockdown. That is true. All right, so we're going to do a precision strike here. I'm not going to go for the head because I don't have a battle computer, but we can go for one of the legs here on the Ebon
Is it
Jaguar.
time to press the Alpha Strike button? I love the Alpha Strike button.
All right, there you go. There we got a leg on the Ebon Jaguar.
That targets have...
It is sad, Sortie, but in California now we're losing about 1,000 people a day due to COVID. So that's true. I mean, the biggest problem we have in the United States is people did not take things as seriously as they could have. So so getting back to the gameplay, we're actually now going to be able to flank with our Timberwolf. We've completely flanked the enemy here. So let's see if we can finish off this Ebon Jaguar. He's knocked down on the ground, so we can go for the head. That's not cheating. So let's take one shot to the head of the Ebon Jaguar. Oh, so if people go out with a mask, there's some fines in your country. You know, the problem in the United States is a lot of people just say, well, I'm just not going to pay the fines if we get fined. So, unfortunately, fines are not very helpful for us in the United States. All right. Yeah, IMG is in Washington, which has less restrictive measures than where I am in California. So each state is very much doing this on a case-by-case basis. All right, so we have precision strikes available. Let's go for the head on the Timberwolf. If we just get close to the head, we should get full mech parts on this Timberwolf. Let's see. we didn't get close to the head. Oh, too bad. Too bad. That Timberwolf is going to live for another round. Yeah, Sortie, even in California, I could still go to the supermarket. It's one of the few things we're allowed to do. Ooh, the Timberwolf killed himself. Oh man. I was really hoping for more parts out of that Timberwolf. But that's okay. Alright, I really enjoy the fact that we ambushed the ambushers here. Alright, here's some more of that main enemy force that's coming in. So we're trying to suck them into our ambush here, which is fine. Sorry, personally, I have not had... I've had a few distant family members have COVID-19, but nobody in my immediate family. I pretty much only see the three people in my household every day. That's pretty much the only people that I see these days. Alright, we got an Arctic cheetah. I think this is the first time I've seen an Arctic cheetah. I actually do like them as great. They're very good scouts. So I wouldn't mind putting an Arctic cheetah together. I wouldn't prioritize it as salvage, but I wouldn't mind putting a Arctic cheetah together.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, we've got this initial force on the run. So let's push back down with our Stormcrow. Since it's got full armor. And we should be able to finish off this Ebon Jaguar here. Oof.
Scored a critical hit.
Ooh, alright, hard hit on our Timberwolf there.
Light down. Holding firm.
Oh, Sortie, I'm not sure what you mean by follows. If you could clarify that, that would be great. We are hoping at the end of, by the end of the year to get to 3,000 follows on our channel. That would be a fantastic year for us. So maybe that's what you mean. I'm not sure. All right. Let's see if we can finish off this Ebon Jaguar here.
Mech destroyed.
IMG. Oh yeah. Oh, Sortie, thank you. We've had a great amount of follows on this stream, and I do want to thank everybody for all their follows. We really appreciate each and every one. IMG, you're bringing up a good point. So one thing that's different with modded Battletech than regular Battletech is that you use all different tonnage of mechs in Battletech Advanced. In traditional Battletech, the basic game, bigger always means better, and then you end up just always getting heavier and heavier mechs. But with Battletech Advanced and other mods, the lighter mechs are much more important for much longer. So as you can see, our ambush is actually drawing in more enemies, which is perfect. That's exactly what I want to
What
happen.
do you need, Commander?
So our ambush is working flawlessly here.
On the way, nice and slow.
Hi, Sortie. Yeah, I've played Rainbow Six. Way back in the day, I played the original Rainbow Six game. I enjoyed them. Oh, I'm gonna die. You don't use mediums? I mean, I use all different classes of mechs. I enjoy... There's no such thing as a bad mech, except for... The only mechs that I absolutely hate are the Icarus, the Locust, and the Cicada. All three of those mechs I absolutely hate.
Yeah.
Which is funny, because on the first playthrough, I always end up with one of those mechs. Or two of those mechs, usually. Alright, so let's actually pull back our Timberwolf here, because I want to basically keep drawing enemies into my ambush here. So we don't want to get so far extended that we can't continue ambushing the enemy here. So that's what we're going to do.
Taking the
Keep
shot.
working on this Hellhound here. The Hellhound is actually the bait now. Oh, Assorti, I'll be happy to give you a follow. No problem at all. I'm going to add you as a friend. And then I'm going to give you... Actually, I've already followed your account. I've been following you since August. So, no problem there. I've already followed you. But we would be happy to have everybody follow Oasorti on his channel. As a friend of the channel, we'd like to ask everybody to do that. I'm gonna die said my buddy tried to put me in a Locust last night for a new start of MechWarrior 5. I told him I would punch out. Yeah, Locusts and Cicadas and Icaruses are three mechs that I absolutely hate. I don't like Locusts. They're really not very useful. Icaruses I don't find very useful in a battle. And Cicadas are just the worst in general. Yeah, Oasorti, I try to follow... When people follow me, if they actually have content on their channels, I try to follow them back as well. We're all just small streamers trying to compete against big streamers and booby streamers. Booby streamers, I don't really have a problem with. A lot of people don't like booby streamers. But you know what? I gotta be honest, OMG. If I was a good-looking woman, I'd probably be playing in a bikini too. So, I can't really blame them for that.
What do you want?
Unfortunately, I don't have the build for a bikini.
All right, let's get down to it.
Alright, I'm not going to do a precision strike here because our hit chances are low. Let's just see if we can finish off that Hellhound.
Let's see if I'm sober enough to line this up.
What's strange, Oasorti? Oasorti, I will check and check, but I just tried to follow you and it says I've been following you since August. So I think it's a glitch because I definitely follow your channel. I double checked. So I really like to support people who support my channel because we're all up against big streamers like Ninja, and we're all up against girls in bikinis, so we have to kind of help each other out. Alright, hopefully we can finish this mission before the end of the stream. I've got about 15 minutes left before I have to start work. So,
Armor holding.
hopefully we can finish off this mission.
Commander?
This mission is taking a while, but I hope that you see that my strategy is absolutely working by setting up an ambush on this base mission. We're actually drawing in all the enemy and we're taking them out pretty easily. Alright, so let's keep working on this hellhound. You know, setting up an ambush in this game is absolutely a strategy. Especially for maps where you have too many enemies, then setting up your own ambush
Reporting internal damage.
is really good. Because the AI,
Aye.
if you were on the AI's map, they will come towards you. They have to. They're compulsed to attack you. So if you use that against them by forcing them to move to where you want them to move, it gives you a significant advantage. Our Wraith took a hard hit there, so we're gonna have to pull him back. I mean, the Wraith is pretty close to being retired anyways. Alright, our Timberwolf has been taking a couple hits as well, so let's pull him back. And let's see if we can finish off this Hellhound finally. There we go. Alright, there's the last of the ambushers. So now we have an enemy support lance, a supporting enemy force, and the ambush, the assassination target. I think the assassination target is this 85-ton mech that's coming towards me right now. Alright, our Timberwolf E is getting beat up pretty hard, so we're going to have to pull him back.
What do you need, Commander?
Which is fine. This is all part of our strategy here. Drawing in the enemy with our lighter mechs. Right, so we got a Mars Assault vehicle. Right, let's actually go after the Mars Assault vehicle here. Let's see if we can
Taking the shot, Commander.
take that off the map quickly. That's a lot of firepower.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, our Timberwolf D. Alright, we want to keep the Timberwolf D in a good position to keep ambushing. So let's pull that back a little bit. And we should be able to go after this Mars Assault vehicle. Yep.
Affirmative.
That Mars Assault vehicle is now the primary target of our lance. See if we can finish him up. Yeah, this ambush might take longer than the rest of our stream. I apologize for that.
Waiting on you, Commander.
But as you can see, the strategy is very sound. We set up an ambush for our assassination target mission. So basically the enemy has to keep coming to us. And we can take them out without too much trouble here. Alright. Let's go 3 PPCs on that Mars Assault vehicle. Good hits there. Definitely pushing through the enemy armor here. Alright, enemy's still pushing towards us, but we're standing strong. Standing strong here. We want the enemy to keep getting drawn into this area because we've got a great kill zone set up here. The more enemies that come to us, the less we have to hunt down. And if we kill
Light damage.
3 or 4 enemies for every time one of our mechs gets damaged, we are going to win this fight. Ooh, Timberwolf E is getting beat up pretty badly here.
Lost a component.
Oh, not good. Not good. Our Timberwolf E is really taking a pounding. So I'm going to have to seriously consider ejecting here. Yeah, if the Timberwolf E survives until I can eject, I will be ejecting the Timberwolf.
I got an armor breach.
Which is fine. That's all part of our strategy here. Yeah, you're right. I should have kept that Timberwolf more evasive. You are exactly correct. Alright, we got an Elkhorn. That's what's giving us the heavy firepower, actually, is that Elkhorn up there. Alright, so we're going to do a precision strike on the Mars assault vehicle. Yeah, that Elkhorn is what was giving us the hard hits. Elkhorns are actually very dangerous vehicles.
Let's see if I'm sober enough to line this up.
Ooh, I thought that would be enough to finish off that Mars assault vehicle. Alright, hopefully we can get this Timberwolf ejected. I will happily repair a head if it saves me a mech. Absolutely, every time. And I think we're doing okay numerically, that if I eject the Timberwolf, we'll still have plenty of mechs to finish off this mission. Alright, hang in there, Timberwolf. Don't die. Don't die on me, bloody doves. Come on. You're the developer of this game. You should be able to survive. Oh, Kit Fox. Okay. Alright, is he going to shoot at the Timberwolf too? Of course he is. Yep. Alright.
Standing by.
Alright.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, we need to actually push the Stormcrow up. For two reasons. Number one, I need him to be a target right now. Number two, oh, there's a Blood Asp. Yep, there's a Blood Asp there. That's probably the assassination target, actually. Alright. Alright, let's see if we can finish off this Mars assault vehicle. There we go, that's nice.
Vehicle down.
Nice hits there. Alright, I got about 10 more minutes. Oh, come on. Don't die. Oh, alright, there goes the Timberwolf. There goes the Timberwolf.
Standing by.
Alright, well, nobody said we're going to get out of this mission completely unscathed. I think we're still doing pretty good overall. Alright, lesson learned about the Timberwolf. I'm always the first to admit that I made a mistake.
Attacking from position.
Alright, that was a horrible shot, but at least we cleared out a building.
Battle mech power-up detected.
Alright, there's that 85 tonner that overheated before.
I'm losing armor bad.
Alright, so I don't think we're going to get a resolution on this stream, and I need to get ready for work. So, I'm actually going to call it on the stream. I'll probably have to finish the, well, we can spend a couple more minutes here.
On the way, nice and slow.
Alright, so we got the Fury command tank. That's another Goss build. We've got a Blood Asp and a Blood Asp. We've got two Blood Asps on the field. This is a pretty serious enemy force here. No question about it. Alright. Biggest threat. I would argue is this Elkhorn here. So let's do a Warlord on Elkhorn. Nice hits there.
Aye, aye.
Alright. Ooh, alright, so we're going to move our Timberwolf here. We got good cover.
On my way.
And we can actually do some nice flanking here. So that's a good strategy. 50-50 on the Arctic Cheetah. $87 on the Fury tank. Alright, we're going to do precision strike here. on the Arctic cheetah, I'm not going to go for the head, but I can go for the leg here. See if we could snipe off a leg on this Arctic cheetah. No, not quite. We did get a tag on it though, so that's good. Man, you know what this mission reminds me of? It's like a zombie movie, right? So it reminds me of like a zombie movie or a zombie show where they're like, yeah, there's just a couple zombies. We'll take them out, no problem. And then before you know it, there's hundreds of zombies coming at you. This mission kind of feels like that. Like in the beginning, I was like, yeah, you know, we got this covered, no problem. And now it's like, wow, we've got a lot of enemies coming after us here. Alright, I'm gonna overheat one round so we can try to do as much damage to this Alcorn this round as we can. And we only hit on one of the 4 targets. That was not worth overheating. Alright, we got 2 blood asps coming at us. So that's some good salvage on this mission for sure. Alright, we got to pull back the Stormcrow. The Stormcrow is in a very risky spot here. So that's going to be our next priority. Don't want the Stormcrow beat up too much. Right now it's doing okay, but it's in an exposed position. It is soaking up shots.
Reporting. Serious armor loss.
Whoa! What got hit? One of our mechs got hit.
We're down and back.
Oh, the Wraith. Oh, the Wraith got taken out with a stray Goth shot. Okay.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Alright, so this is where our heavy hitter needs to come into play here. Let's see if we can finish off this Alcorn here.
Let's see if I'm sober enough to line this up.
No. Those are nasty. Alright, well that's all the time we have today. So I'll be finishing off this mission, unfortunately, off camera. But hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Time for more Battletech Advanced.